Hey guys, YDCB here with some more Summoners War action, and today we'll be checking out the Water Fairy King as well as check out my runes for, what month is this? March. My runes for March, just before rune removal day, right? Of all the units that I use. For those that I don't really use, I won't even bother touching them, okay? Anyway, before we do that, well, I'm suddenly out of breath. We're gonna do a short summon session. It's just 1 and 1, like, I don't know, 5 scrolls. I'll be surprised if we get lightning at all. I don't want to do this because there's really nothing that I really want from here. I guess I'll be saving until the Vanessa. Oh, no. I'll be saving until this one and I'll blow it all unless I see a Zyros or something coming up. So anyway, let's go. Which one should we start with? Alright, let's start with the win, you know? Some cannon fodder out there. Let's start with the win. Some cannon fodder, huh? I don't expect lightning. I know that's... Sucks when there's really no lightning, isn't it? I mean, you don't expect it, but when this guy again. Is it fate? Should I do this guy? Is it fate? How about the water? Do we get lightning on water? God damn it! These fucking scams! The glory points and the guild point scrolls are all bullshit. All right, they're bullshit. There's no lightning coming from those. You see? Anything that's free is bullshit. Once you pay. I think that's the theory. That's my theory, alright? Or maybe I'm just angry, but I feel that if you spend before, anything that you buy for free will never yield you anything. I think that's the case. I look at this. 5 elemental scrolls. No lightning! Fuck! Fuck! I just want a one light. I was hoping the light one gave me lightning. Really? I just want a Hodam, you know? I just want... Oh, I should have used this guy first. I should have used this singular scroll first, and maybe it would have eaten some. Is this another Inferno? Did we just get a fucking Inferno that comes out and does this every fucking time? You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. Are you kidding me? Fucking Malaka. Ah! Wait. What about? Do we get another lightning if we do again? Fuck. God damn it! Gotta stop summoning! Here we are again, and Drakey's account. Just, I don't know, literally a few minutes after I did the fight, a few hours after I did the fire one, here we are, and we got a Water Fairy King. Alright, 98% crit rate, 200 crit damage, 1.3k attack. What is this runes on? Rage and Endure, I believe it's for the substats. Oh my goodness, 22% crit rate on this one. Oh wow, could have got more if the HP. He got a flat HP one here. Oh, poor fucker. Anyway, Rage and Endure. Let's look at his skills first, alright? This is the same as the fire one. And he gets a passive. I mean, what sets this guy apart is, of course, the 33% arena skill, right? Arena speed, right? But goes to the elemental realm at the moment of death and returns with 30% HP. The activation of Rageful Return deals significant damage to all enemies. The last time we did the fire one, right? And they said massive damage, and it wasn't really massive. I don't know what to expect from significant damage this time around. I don't know what to expect. Okay, I chose Dragon's B10 because I needed some scenario that could kill this Water Fairy King, right? But before he dies, let's test out the rest of his kit. Firstly, I'm gonna try the AoE armor break here. Well, I got some of them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hug Galleon because I want Galleon alive, right? And now we test out Overwhelm. The fire one didn't really overwhelm. Alright, I don't know, does the water one do better? Let's see. Fuck! I didn't see that, but I mean it didn't kill these guys, so I think it's something less than 20,000. I think it's less than 20,000, right? Because it didn't kill these guys. So it must be less than 20,000. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kill this guy first, and I think we can afford to test out the default attack here if possible, if we don't violent. All right, default attack Serenity. Let's see how much it can do. 8.7. There's 2 hits, so it's 17,000. Okay, this is the stage where I'm hoping that they will kill this guy. The Water Fairy King. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna armor break this guy, and I'm gonna hug Galleon, alright? And hopefully they damage you know, whatever. I'm just gonna do overwhelm right now. Doesn't matter. Alright, yeah. Oh, he's gonna die. Is he gonna die? Is he gonna die? He's gonna die soon. He's gonna die soon. So what I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna armor break. I don't know whether this damage scales with armor break. Will it crit? Is it ignore defense? I don't know all that. I don't know all of that. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna punch this guy in the face first. I'm gonna come on. Don't kill him. Stop proking. Alright, I'm gonna do Pirate Strike on Dragon because the dragon can use fiery breath, which can reset the passive of my Water Fairy King. So I'm gonna reduce his attack bar, and hopefully the crystals will kill my Water Fairy King, and we can see the damage. All right, get ready, don't miss it. Fucking Galen, stop that. All right, let's continue on him. There we go. He did. How much damage? Wait, I couldn't really see that. Alright, we'll see in the replay. I think it was 18,000. Did it crit? Did it not crit? Well, is it significant damage? Could it be good against Lucians? I think it could be. But we'll have to check the replay on that one. In conclusion, I think Sam, let's call him Sam with the silent P and the silent ATHE. So let's just call him Sam. I think Sam, in conclusion, I think Sam is pretty good counter against those, you know, trending speed, squishy, sort of like Orion, you know, Orion Theomas or Orion, you know, any Vanessa kind of comps. Alright, because when he dies, he comes back. And, you know, he dies, he comes back, he deals good damage. And that is not taking into account the damage you could have done, you know, the rest of your team can do. Or before he dies. You get what I'm saying? So I think that this guy is one of the... It's gonna be one of those game changer kind of monsters. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Alright, now that we're done with Sam, alright, let's go on to my runes for March. Alright, I'm just gonna touch on the monsters that you see me use often. Those that I totally don't use, I won't even go through them, alright? This is Praha. These are her stats, alright? She's got 28 plus this HP, 100% crit rate. I give some of the resistance and accuracy for more HP. I also give some of the speed for more HP, alright? As you can see, she's running a Despair Revenge, alright? And it's a HP, crit rate, HP kind of build. Because I don't run speed, because I mean this one is 22 speed, so, and 14 resistance, so, you know, and it's got 63% HP, so you choose, you know, you don't really have to go speed, crit rate, you know, HP or speed, HP, whatever these cookie cutter builds, as long as you can make up for it in substats. You get what I'm saying? The end goal is to achieve certain amount of stats. It doesn't matter what 246 you use, as long as you are able to achieve that said amount of stats. You get what I'm saying here, alright? So I'm running Despair Revenge. Ideally, it would be Despair, Nemesis, Despair Will. You know, these three are all pretty legit builds. But in a Guild Wars setting, my favorite is Revenge, but I need to work on a resistance, get it up to max, so that I can fuck up those Ciaras that try to bomb me, you know. That's something that I'm trying to work on in the near future. Alright, this is Tyrone. Tyrone is on Despair Endure. Endure is not really because that it's a nice offset that I like. It's just because that she's like using the leftover of leftover rules. So he's on attack, and crit damage and attack. Alright, Despair Endure. Ideally, I want to go like either Violent Revenge or Despair Revenge, attack, crit damage, attack for Tyrone instead of Endure. I prefer Revenge because you can Revenge and proc, you know, it happens. Alright, this is Varat stats I use for TOA Heart. I use for pretty much 90% of TOA Heart. Every part where I can't Lucian anymore, I start bringing like a CC team in, I will bring Varat there. That's just and these type of stats, it doesn't matter, you know, just get max accuracy on him. Get like more than 160 speed, okay? More than 160 speed, max accuracy. Everything else doesn't matter. Alright, I go Despair and Blade. Alright, it doesn't even matter. Just get more than 20,000 HP, more than 160 speed, max accuracy. It will work. whatever it needs to do in COA Heart. I don't use him anywhere else. I don't see him being useful anywhere else. So if we're talking about a COA Heart perspective, then this is more than enough. Way more than enough. Nothing ever happens to Varad in COA Heart. These are my Galleon stats. 100% accuracy, 86 crit rate, 68 crit damage. He's on Violent Will. I think that it is imperative that you go Will. Alright, whether you want to go Violent, mine is on Speed, Crit Rate, Accuracy. Alright, Speed, Crit Rate, Accuracy, and these are the rest of his runes. Okay? It is imperative that you go Will. Whether or not you want to go Swift or Violent, it's up to you. You know, depending on your wombo. I prefer Violent because, you know, you can have a chance. In case time to loot, you know, fucks up, right? You still can proc a Violent and then Armor Break and make up for it. That happens. And also, you know, these stats that you see over here, right? This, don't look at the accuracy. We're talking about the crit damage and the attack, right? On Armor Break, it crits for 10,000. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. And the whole point, I use Galleon in a wombo setting. So there's no point making him tanky. You get what I'm saying? If you're using him in a wombo setting, no point making him tanky. If you're using him in sort of like a monk team, you know, like bruiser team, then of course, sure, 11,000 HP, go ahead, make him a tank. Could work. But if you, most people are using Galleon in a wombo type of setting, wombo combo, one turn kill. No point making him tanky, make him deal significant damage. Well, he's not a burst damage dealer because you know, you need max accuracy, you need speed. It's really hard to get even more attack and crit damage on that. It's really hard. Okay, so just make him deal damage. That's my view on this. This is my current Theomar stats. I gimped him again, like just to make him fall into place with other things. All right, he's on Violent Will at the moment on speed, crit damage, and attack. My goal for him is to get him to 20,000 HP at least, get him to about 180 speed. The rest I don't really think needs to be touched. It's just I need more HP and more speed. This is my goal for Theomars. Alright? So, but currently, with this kind of stats, I mean, on this build, with this kind of stats, you can see my Theomars with attack buff and speed buff. Right? Normally, if I run him with a Galleon, Bernard, and Theomars, he hits for about 38 to 40,000 depending on the enemy. This is Megan's stats. Megan, you don't really have the border. I mean, speed, anything, accuracy. Ideally, you want to go speed, HP, accuracy, right? Ideally, you want to go Swift Will, alright, speed, HP, accuracy. You want to do that. Mine's on defense because, just because of, if I remember correctly, it's because this is the only one that I have with 13 speed. That's why it's on defense, alright? So, ideally, you want to go speed, HP, accuracy. That's the best build. Swift Will. I've said this many times before. We reviewed it many times before. All right. I don't use Beth anymore. She's not runed properly. But you know, I would rune like Violent Blade, Violent Will, Violent even Revenge. No, Violent Will. I think, yeah. Attack with damage attack. All right. This is my avarice right now. These are his stats, and these are his runes. He is on Fatal Blade. All right. I explained this before because there's no point him getting many turns. I just want him to kill something on his turn, and that's why I put him on a sort of like a slow-moving, hard-hitting kind of person. These are my Orion stats. 20,000 HP, max accuracy, about 190-ish speed. Alright, I don't use Orion that often. You can tell, right? I don't use him on defense. I don't use him on offense. Ironically, though, he is like max skill because of all the brownies that I've summoned before. Alright? I mean, it'd be a waste, but you know, I think that he's on Despair right now. He's on Despair Will. Alright? He's on Despair Will. I think that Violent or Swift is the best way for Orion, actually. I think that Despair is more a Draco kind of thing. It's just that I don't have enough, you know, Violent and Swift to pass to Orion to make him competitive. These are Bastats stats. These are Bastats stats, okay? Alright, 1.5k defense, 25,000 HP, 85 resistance, 60, you know, it needs more accuracy. Alright, about 150-ish speed. She needs more speed as well. This is a frontline tanker for me in raid 5. She doesn't die. Like, she doesn't die. She always, and you know, the thing about Bastat is that aside, she's a frontline tanker. And the shield actually matters. The shield actually is really nice. You know, I've seen clutch period moments where, let's say my frontliner for some, you know, freak incident, they die, and Bastat's the only one remaining, and she solo tanks the whole thing from 25% to 0. You know, I've seen that happen, and the shield is really, really good for that. Plus, she's a defense leader, right? Currently, she's runed Violent and Shield. She's runed Shield just because of I don't have revenge or endure. I don't have revenge. Alright? That's why I use shield. Mostly because of the substats. Anyway, she's on speed, defense, and HP. Alright, with accuracy, some accuracy substats here and there. These are Chandra stats. He's like 35,000 HP, 189 speed, around there, yeah. 70% crit rate. He's on Violent Will. Alright, speed, HP, and HP. My aim for him, and wait, let me just show you the entire all the 6 runes. Alright. My aim for him in the near future is to get him to as high HP, as high crit rate as possible, possibly, preferably more than 80%. Crit damage, I don't give a shit. Alright, I think I'm happy with the speed. Could be faster. Alright, it's just more crit rate. Alright, more crit rate. That's all that really matters for me right now for him, because he's not critting consistently enough. These are my chilling stats. Like, you can pause, right? I don't have to like go through the stats one by one. You can pause it, alright, and these are his runes. Alright, and this build, he doesn't die ever in Dragons or Necro, in which both I use him. This is Tractor. I think he's on the HP defense kind of build, if I'm not wrong, with more accuracy this time around. He's on full revenge, and his runes are max because mana problems, right? So he's on HP, yeah, HP defense and HP, and it's on full revenge. I just use him there as a Singja Magnet, and you know, revenge and stun Singja. That's all he does. That's all I use him for. Nothing much else. Alright, this is Vert. He's at about 19,000 HP, 100% crit rate, about 196 speed. In fact, exactly 196 speed. I did the math correct there. He's on revenge, and he should be on full revenge, but I've been using the revenge runes for someone else. I can't remember who. Every time rune removal day, I fuck up. Every time I fuck up on rune removal day. So anyway, these type of stats, he doesn't die. Ever. In Dragons V10. I only use him for Dragons V10, like pretty much nowhere else. These are Veladril stats right now. Veladril stats always change every month. You've noticed that. Sometimes he's on, alright, he's on Violent Revenge, sometimes he's on defense, crit damage defense, sometimes he's on, you know, speed defense. I keep changing his build around, you know, trying to find the perfect fit for my team. So anyway, currently, he's on this build, this stats. He's a frontline tank. He doesn't die. Like, people say you need 25,000 HP. I use this type of HP, 17,000. And about 2,000 defense. He doesn't ever die in R5, alright? So this is his build. This is how he runes. These are his runes. He's speed, crit damage, and defense. Alright, speed, crit damage, defense. You've seen it crits up to about, without defense buff, with just defense break, it crits for about 18,000-19,000. I'm talking about punishment though. This one, the first one, I think is like 13,000 or something like that. Alright? So this is Chloe. She's at 240 speed only. Alright, because I passed the runes off to someone else. Anyway, she's like at 27,000 HP. The rune is a bit of, it isn't even plus 12 or max. Like, at least some of the runes are even, yeah, see, this one isn't the max. I don't even care. Like, she's there, to me, she's there, you know, she's on a Swift Broken set just for the speed, right? To me, she's there just to buff Catarina. Right, I use her basically to buff Catarina, and that's about it. I don't really do much else with her. She's just there, buff Catarina, that's that. Alright, this is Arnold number 1. He's on, I don't know, Despair Will, if I'm not wrong. HP, alright? And HP substat pretty much all around. So this puts him at this amount of HP, and I don't use him anywhere, pretty much. I only use him when I'm sure there's no stripper. Right, for example, you go into arena, there is no stripper, and this kind of HP extorts for about like 13,000-14,000 around there. And if there's no stripper, you bring Despair Will, Arnold, go in, and if it's against a wombo team like a Zyros, a single extortion is gonna kill it. So yeah, that's the whole point of it. The second one is, don't bother about the second one. Second one is just there to do the world boss. Alright, this is Jojo. Jojo hasn't changed much from the last time. He's on Fatal Focus, attack. I think I gimped his accuracy a bit, but I don't know, for a little bit more speed, because he's way too fucking slow. In fact, he needs more speed. My bombers need more speed. My Megan buffs and they don't move, you know? They need, I think bombers are the nice spot around 170 speed. So he needs about 30 more speed. I don't know how I'm gonna get it. I probably have to farm more dragons or more for focus runes or more giants. Does Dragon Drop focus? I can't even remember. I don't know anymore. Alright? I don't use the Kung Fu Girl anymore. Kali, I don't use her anymore, but she used to be on Rage Blade, attack with damage attack. This is Rogue right now. He's on full revenge. Alright, he's on full revenge. Attack, crit damage attack. Just his runes really quick. Well, this revenge rune is pretty nice, huh? Defense 22, crit rate 11. And HP 24. I don't know who else can use it. Never mind. Alright, so these are my runes and stats. Full revenge. I don't like violent revenge. I used to like violent, alright? But he keeps violenting out of immunity, you know? The fact that when he kills someone, you already get an additional turn. And if you proc it out of violent, your immunity is gone. You get an armor break. Suddenly the Perna decides you're a tasty target, you know? So I have him on full revenge, slow as fuck. Doesn't matter, protected by immunity, countering everyone, killing everyone. That's the whole point of it. These are Seek stats at the moment. I don't use Seek anymore. I mean, look at these runes. They are fucked up, right? They're fucked up runes. It's like attack and I don't know, he's on attack. Yeah, he's on Swift as well. The reason why he's on Swift is because I want him to be faster than whoever I'm buffing. That's all. I don't really care about whatever he does. Right? That's all. This is Beretta. Alright, Beretta is on like 20,000 HP and I think she's on the speed defense, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, speed defense and accuracy, right? And it's on despair and focus. Right? This type of stats. Alright, despair anything. You can go despair anything, alright? These stats, TOA heart, no problemo. Right? These are the stats that I use for TOA heart, no problemo. I mean, even though like you saw like you know, I tried on stream and things like that, it took quite a while. But when I look back at it, TOA heart 100, right? Took a total of like 4 tries and it was down. And it's the first time I did it, so I think that this is more than enough to do TOA heart. These are Tessarin stats at the moment. Right, he's at 30,000 HP, 170 speed, 69 accuracy. God damn it, he needs more accuracy. But I've tried giving him max accuracy and he still gets resistance. So I'm like fuck it. You know, fuck it. Alright, he's on Violent Revenge. I don't believe there is another build for him. I believe Violent Revenge is the best build. Alright, he's on Violent Revenge, speed, HP, and HP. Alright, I don't think there is a better build for him. I think that Revenge and Violent is the best. People might say Violent Will or something. No, Revenge! Come on, Camila attacks you, you revenge her. Alright? Alternatively, if you want to use the Siren as an attacker, he does actually hit pretty hard. You know, he does actually hit pretty hard. Because the skill here, alright? If there's an enemy has a harmful effect, right? It increases your damage inflicted on enemies with harmful effects by 20%. Alright? 20%. That is quite a lot. 20% is like a branding effect, sort of, you know, sort of. So, even though all the time I've been using him as a, sort of like a tank, I mean, he's a HP type monster, but you can use him as an attacker and he will still hit pretty hard if you want a nice fire attacker and you don't want to use him to tank Camila. These are Randy's stats at the moment. It's shitty stats. Right? I just want him to survive the Theomars. Like when I bring Randy, Copper, Chloe, right? He's on like a shitty build as well. Violent Destroy, alright? I think it's on like HP, defense or something. He's just there to survive the Theomars. Like he survives the Theomars, I don't give a shit what happens. Because eventually, when all is dead, right? A Randy, even though he is like a tank, plus a Chloe, is gonna be able to kill the enemy Chloe. You get what I'm saying? Because then usually what happens is just the Chloe that remains and my Copper may be dead. Then this Randy and Chloe and my Chloe is able to kill the enemy Chloe. Doesn't matter how long, I will cut away the part that's boring anyway, right? Okay. Kumar, these are his stats. He's my red monster. He's the 5-mon soloer. He's my train. My train of pain that all the fodder goes on to. He pretty, you know, this stats on Kumar right here. Alright, he needs more speed to be honest. I want to give him more speed. These stats on Kumar, he's on Violent Will, alright? Violent Will, and he's on HP, crit damage, and HP build, alright? He's on Violent Will. These stats will solo any rift, be it water or not, alright? I use him for every single element rift. It works. Heart, alright? The heart mode of the rift. 5-mon hell, no problemo, 100% of the time. He's like my fodder farmer. Alright, this is my best guy. My favorite fodder farmer. Alright, I wouldn't say he's the best rune guy, but he's my favorite fodder farmer. Next up, Lisa. These are Lisa's stats at the moment. Shit accuracy. I know that. I changed that around because now all I use her is a cleanser. for R5. I use her as a cleanser when I'm running a really safe, super safe team. I use her as a cleanser alongside Bella Jewel. Alright, so these are her stats. She's on Violent Endure. These are the runes. I think she's on Speed, Defense, and HP. Again, the runes are not maxed because mana problems. I recently ran into the mana problems. I don't know where all the mana went. Alright, and this is Hua. Alright, Hua is at 190 speed. She's on Swift Focus. Alright, it's a speed, attack, not even maxed, and defense. Oh my god, I like this rune a lot. It's got 63 defense and 30 attack. Really nice for raids, huh? Really nice for raids. But that's the reason. I mean, Hua is on Swift. She should be on Violent. But I don't have enough. I don't farm enough dragons anymore. Alright, so I don't have enough violence to go around, yeah? So that's a rune build, and I sometimes use her in R5, depending. Like, nowadays in R5, I have this team of 5 where I use like Segment, Bastet, Bella Jewel, Frontline, Praha, Chasun, Backline. And the last guy, I pretty much put anything in there and it works. Alright, pretty much, alright? This is Trevor right now. Alright, this is 1.2k attack, 73 crit rate, max self buff, and 160 crit damage. He's on Violent Nemesis. The reason why Violent Nemesis is, even though Necro doesn't have attack bar, I use him in Necro and I use him in Dragons, but he's really nice in Dragons because of Nemesis. Because, you know, every time the Dragon spurts something out, he loses the health, he gets attack bar, he attacks the Dragon, deals a huge chunk of damage, right? So he's on attack, crit damage, attack, Violent Nemesis. Someone is texting me right now. I don't want to go there. All right. Fire Monkey. This is my $2,000 monkey, right? He's on sort of like he's on Violent Revenge. All right. Speed, crit damage, and attack. 5-star rune. Shit. I needed a crit rate because I've never ever in my life farming dragons got a 6-star Violent rune. Slot 6 attack percent. Never. Never. Not even with flat stats. Never. I've never seen it. Just doesn't exist for me. It's just like Zyros. It's not coded. It is not coded into my account. I will never see it. I will never see it. Alright? So he's on speed, crit damage, and attack. The reason why is because here he gets 116 speed. Right? Base speed. And plus a slot 2 speed that puts him more than 160. And that gives him like the chance to move before other attackers do, and the chance to stun and do whatever. Alright? He's at a really high crit rate. I don't really think I need that much crit rate, but it's nice. When you have this much crit rate, you don't need a crit leader, you don't need a crit buffer. You are more or less assured of consistent damage. Alright? So this kind of stats, like I think crits for without stacks about with armor break, right? I think it's like 18,000. 18,000 without armor break. I mean without attack buff, without any stacks on his passive. The second skill quits for 18,000. Alright, these stats. This is Bulldozer. He's on guard something. Right? Defense, crit damage, and defense. And these are his stats. And this full power punch hits for 18-18. If I remember correctly, right? 18-18, 36. These I mean with defense buff, of course. With defense buff, this full power punch 18,000, 18,000, 30, 36,000. This is Segment. I use her as a front line alongside Bastet and Bella Jewel, like I said. She's at 32,000 HP, 1.2k-ish defense, about 180-ish, 190 speed, yeah? And 73% accuracy. She needs more accuracy. Just a bit more, like 15% more would be fine. Yeah, and perhaps more resistance as well. Like, I use her, she's on Despair Will, speed, HP, HP. Alright, speed, HP, HP. She's on Despair Will. And you've seen me not landing, you know, what's that thing called? Not landing fucking not stealing, charming voice not working. You've seen that happen a lot. It doesn't work, you know, it's not working. I need more accuracy. I don't know. I have a feeling I put it at max accuracy, it's gonna hurt more when the resistance word comes up. Alright? Okay, this is Jemire. This is what I use for him. It's like he's on like a HP crit damage build. He's a HP crit damage build. Alright? I use him in Giants B10. Like this build without any attack, right? Pretty much no attack. Like this skill. This one here. Deals damage according to max HP of enemy. This one hits the giant, crits the giant without attack buff, just armor break for about 34,000. So it's, you don't need attack for Jeremiah if you're using him against bosses. Alright, because the HP percent multiplier on this one is very high. I'm not sure exactly, but it's very high. Okay, and this is Lucian number 1. I don't know, is it Lucian number 1? I think it is. Lucian number 1, he's on Fatal Blade. Alright, these are his stats. These are his stats. Alright, he's on Fatal Blade. And this, I think, crits for 8.8 or 8.9k or something like that. Alright. This Lucian is max skill. That's why. Alright, the other one isn't. I don't use Kaito anymore. This is Ramagos. 40,000 HP. Some amount of resistance. 31 speed. He's on Vampire Nemesis. The reason, so Vampire Nemesis, HP. Alright? Reason being, I mean, he's got HP. Look at that. All that HP. Tasty HP on every rule. The reason Nemesis, I've explained this before, is because when he takes damage, you want him to clean shot. You don't want him to die before using clean shot. So Nemesis helps you do that. Plus some speed on it helps you with the in conjunction with, works well with Nemesis effect. Let me put it that way. Alright, why Vampire? Because you leech life on clean shot, which is nice. Okay, these are just Soon stats. She never lands glancing hit, because she only has 14% accuracy. Alright, about 160 speed, 35,000 HP. She's on Violent Endure. HP. Whoa, I'm tired. Alright, this is Armada. This is Armada, and these are her stats. These stats enough to tank 2 Pernas. No problem. Alright? These stats are enough. The runes aren't even max. These stats enough to tank 2 Pernas. No problem. Alright? Brian, no runes at all. But, yeah, no runes at all. Alright? This guy, Fatal Focus, attack. Like I said, needs more speed. Alright? Needs, like, I think, 10 to 20 more speed. Alright? Needs more accuracy as well, because fuck him, even with his leader skill, he misses the bomb. Eh? This is the second. Oh, wait, did I go through the? Let me just quickly show you the runes. You know, some of you like to see this. Like, to me, the runes don't really matter. It's all about the stats. You know, that's what I think. Like, I look at a monster, I know the rune build, and I look at the stats. I don't look at the 2, 4, 6. It doesn't really matter, right? This is Lucian number 2. Oh, he's on a broken set kind of thing, right? I don't know why. I can't remember why either. Anyway, this Lucian crits for, I think, 7k per card, but that's also largely due to the fact that this one isn't max. OG, I don't use her anymore. Used to run her Despair, sort of like a setup for Amir. Amir just go Rage Blade, attack, crit damage, attack. This is Catarina number 1? Yes, it is. This is Catarina number 1. Alright? Look at the stats. And these are the runes. Could have more. I need to upgrade a couple runes here. And because I wanna hit 40k per slot. Alright? And it needs some tweaking. Right? This rune here sucks. Right? This rune here sucks. This rune here sucks. No crit damage. This rune here sucks. No crit damage. You get what I'm saying? So there's room for improvement, right? She can hit up to 40k per slot. And this baby, she's maxed on damage but not on the cooldown. She can hit 40k. I know it can happen. So this type of stats hits for how much? 37,000, 38,000 with buff. Without buff, 25,000. You've seen that. This is Aquila. Get as much accuracy, get as much speed. Go on speed. I use speed and it's crit rate. Whatever, I don't even care. He's there in a wombo team. He doesn't even need HP. I just use him there to buff Catarina and then possibly stun someone or kill Philmars. Alright? So I use speed, crit rate. It's just because I don't even know why. I don't have any more slot 4 for Despair. Alright? I use him on Despair and he's just there to move before my Catarina. This is Copper. He has a lot of defense. He has 1.6k defense, 180% crit damage. Alright, defense, crit damage, and defense. Alright, full guard. Full guard. How much does he hit for? I can't even remember. 48,000, right? Or 46,000. I can't even remember. With Randy's buff, right? I don't use him. I haven't used him in such a long time. I can't even remember. I think he does 48,000 or something. With Megan buff, he does 53,000 with these stats. Alright, Tanya, just go Rage. I think Rage Will is the better set for Tanya, or Violent. No, I prefer Rage. You just want to kill something and kill again. So I think Rage Will is better at attack with damage attack. I'm gonna skip Bernard. He's a secret. I don't let you know. Alright. Oh, for those of you who are waiting, he's getting to Bernard. He's getting to Bernard. Motherfucker, he skipped Bernard! This is second Catarina. Alright, I don't even know how much this one hits with buff. I've never tried before. Without buff, it's about 18,000 per shot. Alright, he's on Rage Blade. Attack with damage attack. Alright, this is Lagmaron. I can make Lagmaron even faster than this. By the way, I can make Lagmaron even faster than this. I can make Lagmaron 200. Now this is what? This is 183. I can make Lagmaron 203 speed or something like that, or even faster. I can, but the thing is, Galleon needs to be faster than that, and Galleon on Violent isn't faster than that, so I reduce his speed. He's on Swift Blade, speed, crit damage, and attack. Alright, these are the rest of the rules: 1, 3, and 5. Alright, this kind of stats. Alright, I don't even max the rest of the skills, right? This one I don't even max. It's all about Squall. Squall hits for 50-ish thousand. 50-ish thousand with Galleon and Bernard, with speed buff and Galleon, you know, armor break thing. Alright, 50,000. Ramahan I don't use anymore. You can assume that use the same runes. Like Ramahan just use copper runes. Good, you will do what you need to do. Shan has no more runes as well. He used to be like you know, you can, how you want to rune Shan, you can rune him like, just rune, I want to rune Shan like Lagmaron, but on Violent. Alright, just bring over the stats, and but on Violent. Alright, Aman. Aman has no runes now. Fuck it. He was on Violent Endure or something, I remember. Right, no more runes now, so I don't use him anymore. This guy, I don't use him at all. Bella is on some weird ass stupid build, alright, because leftover runes, like I said. Alright, he's got max accuracy, 103 speed, doesn't die in dragons at all. This amount of HP doesn't die in dragons. He's the solo healer for dragons, doesn't die. Alright, this is Darien. This is there. I sometimes bring him to R5, but I don't really like him in R5. I mean, I don't really need the damage reduction, so, and he doesn't do much damage at all, so I don't bring him anymore. But anyway, he's on sort of like a weird ass build as well, Revenge, Endure, because I fucked up during Rune Removal Day, right? I think the best build for Darien is a Violent Revenge build, alright? Violent Revenge build, and I think that HP, speed HP build more than a HP crit damage HP nowadays. I prefer a speed HP build, Darien. Like more than 160 speed, and then rest into HP, right? All you want him to do is armor break, and it hits really hard, alright? He hits like 8,000, whether or not you have crit damage on him. This is Glinodon, 50% crit rate. He's on Violent Revenge, defense, crit damage, and defense. Really little crit rate. The whole point, you don't need more than 50% for second skill to crit. So anything more is a waste, right? For his burst damage. So this is what I use. I use him only in Necro. I really don't like to use him anywhere else because he kind of sucks elsewhere. The reason why he's pretty nice in Necro because he's got a nice burst, right? Because I use Trevor in Necro and he's got a nice burst. They can kill Trevor. And this one is a multi-hit, which has damage over time, continuous damage, sorry, and it's a defense break. Now, continuous damage, you know, contrary to popular belief, is actually pretty useful in Necro. For example, sometimes the boss is left with 10%. You don't kill him, but there's 2 continuous damage effects on him, right? Courtesy of Glinodon. And the boss, turn to move, he dies. And the boss revives with 0 attack bar. If you kill the boss without continuous damage, he will revive with whatever attack bar he had when he died. So killing it with continuous damage is actually really nice. Really nice when it happens. This is Azure stats, alright? About 8,000. About 8,000 per tick of massacre. Alright, he's on a weird ass build. It's just the reason he's in this build, I mean this set, this rune build is because of the stats. No other reason. Alright, this guy has no runes. Hey, what? How come this guy has runes? He's on a weird ass build, but I don't use him. Like, he used to be on Rage Will, which is better than this weird build that I will never use. I just use him for the world boss. This is Veromos. I don't use him as well in arena much. I'm sorry, just let me get one drink. I don't use him as well in arena much, but these stats, Vert, my Bella, and this guy, this Vero, the three of them can solo the Dragon's B10. Right? Really, everything else is there just to make the run faster. That's how I see it. Everything else is there just to make the run faster. Right? Bethany, I don't use her anymore. I think she's a really nice attacker. I will plan to use her. I'm trying to free up a slot in Raid 5 so I can use her. I really like her kit. But the only problem is, if you look at Bethany, right, right, 450 defense, 9000 HP. That's really shitty defensive stats. She has really nice base attack, but the defensive side of her is really squishy. So you need to make her be able to survive one burst from 25% without weakened attack, and you need like 20,000 HP for that. So it's really hard to get the 20,000 HP with good accuracy because this one weakens attack on the boss, which is really nice. And then you want good crit damage and attack so that you can ignore defense and do some damage to the boss. So it's really hard to ruin, but that's something to look for, in the future. This is Azure. So he's on HP crit damage and HP like the rune is not even maxed again. Fuck. All right, and you've this type of stats. All right, these type of stats. Surprise attack. Oh, well, I'm doing it. Surprise attack. Yeah. Surprise attack. Surprise attack. Alright. Crit spell 8,000, 8,000. Yeah. Not a lot. That's it. We are done. We are done. Woo. So tired. You know what? Let's just do a random review. But I don't have any scrolls and I did all the summons. Let's just do a random review. I don't care. Let's do a crystal summon. Just one. Oh. Wow. What is this? Galleon? I mean, I already have it, but Galleon, I mean, do I really need to review this guy? He's so good. He's the boss. He's the Nat 5 and the Nat 4. Right? Right? We just talked about his runes. I'm not even going to go through the runes anymore. We just talked about his runes, but come on, this guy. I don't even need him, but I'm happy to see him because this guy is the Nat 5 and the Nat 4. Alright, he's Nat 5 quality. Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks guys for watching. I hope this will help you in whatever rune removal day. If you need, advice, or I mean, if you need like a reference to what kind of stats will do what kind of damage, can you achieve this kind of damage, etc, etc. Alright, so I hope this was of help to you, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!